As the Federal Reserve works to fight inflation, many are still wondering what is happening to our economy.
A report from the Commerce Department showed that prices are rising at a slower pace. Prices were up 5.5% in November and 5% in December compared to those same months in 2021.
On Wednesday, the Federal Reserve increased rates by 1/4 point instead of 1/2 point that many feared would happen.
7 Action News reporter Kim Russell is digging into how this change is likely to impact your personal finances.
At Duffy's Pub in Auburn Hills, pints are $3.25.
My glass is leaking.
A great way to beat inflation. But John Terrell and Gary Eakin say it's a small win in what feels like a losing battle.
Look at the cost of eggs, for crying out loud.
I spent $350 last month to heat my house. And I keep my temperature at 62 degrees.
As they face higher prices, they're concerned not just about inflation, but about how the Federal Reserve raising interest rates again this week to continue to fight inflation will impact their families. For example, John's 22-year-old son is trying to move out.
The best they can find for an apartment is $1,100. And that's outside of where they want to live.
He's advising his son to try to find a house to buy instead. And now new data shows it might be a good idea. For the 4th week in a row, mortgage rates dropped. But why is this happening? Why, as the Federal Reserve is raising interest rates, the cost of borrowing money, would mortgage rates go down? We went to an industry insider for answers. How does the Federal Reserve raising interest rates impact mortgage rates?
So it influences mortgage rates, but it doesn't set them. At a macro level, mortgage rates are more influenced by the overall economy, and they tend to increase or decrease based on things like inflation, unemployment, and other key economic indicators.
Alex Alezai is Director and Chief Strategy Officer at United Wholesale Mortgage. He says if you're delaying searching for a home due to relatively higher mortgage rates, you should know lenders have new products, allowing you to buy down the rate for the first 2 years of the loan.
It's a great product for people that want to save money up front when they're getting the home.
As a leader at a Metro Detroit company that employs thousands, he says lower inflation leads to lower mortgage rates, and that gives him optimism.
So I think we're going to be setting up for a really positive, especially second half of 2023.
And as you look at inflation, it's clearly slowing.
Oakland University business professor Michael Greiner says we should know that when the Federal Reserve increased interest rates at a slower rate this week, it sent a positive message about the economy.
If you look at the expectations that the public has, that consumers have right now, they're incredibly negative about the economy overall. So they believe in many cases that we're already in a recession when clearly we're not in a recession. In fact, the economy is growing at a pretty fair clip right now over the last 2 quarters.
Back at Duffy's, Gary and John say they understand why consumers are negative. Prices continue to increase, even if at a lower pace. Plus, divided politics leave them without confidence in our country's ability to craft an economy for all Americans.
When the Republicans and the Democrats decide that it's okay for both parties to win, not I have to win and you have to lose.
We want to know how this economy is impacting you. If you have a story I should cover, contact me, krussell@WXYZ.com. Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
Thank you so much, Kim.